Hello everyone, welcome back to my knowledge share learning session. Learn with me. Today we are going to continue on the same topic, cloud platform integration. In that we are going to discuss about the various node functions inside the message mapping. Right? Node functions are effectively used under the message mapping section. Okay. So what is a node function? The node functions are nothing but when you are transforming a incoming message to the target message, right? In that process, we have to remember that the incoming message structure may not be same as the target message structure. Meaning the XML coming as an incoming payload may not be same as the target XML. So the source XML will have a different structure and target XML will have a different structure. So when you are transforming a message by node, in XML you have a different nodes, right? Parent node, header node, item nodes, anything. That node may be present in the that equivalent node may be present in the target XML or may not be present. So how you are going to transfer that node value to the target? That is where the node functions are coming in picture. So how to handle the source node and read the message and transform into a targeting node with the help of a node functions and an add-on Groovy scripts together. This is what a node function is going to do under the message mapping section. Right? Now we will see in iFlow, or directly I will take a message mapping also. In that, what are the node functions available inside the message mapping and how we are going to use that based on the situation. Right? That we will see in this session today. Okay. In that, what I did is I took a base example like this. This is basically I took it directly from the SAP help only. Okay. So this is the incoming XML for me. The incoming XML does have the request detail, right? Each request has a one node or one tag. So the request has its attribute called type that will say whether it is an internal request or external request. And for each request you have a field called who is the creator, what is the contact person, what is the description of your request. It's effectively tickets, right? So this is the structure, incoming structure. Just it will have only a request as a node and having one attribute called say whether the type is external request or internal request, right? But my target system will not have the same structure. It has a structure divided by the internal or external, right? So whatever the request coming from the type internal, that should go to internal request node, and whatever the external request node should go to in this external request node. So the structure is different, right? You can see that. This is what we are going to see using a node function, how I am transferring this data to that structure, to the target structure. Okay. Then as you know, before using the message mapping, we should have this XML schema to be created for each source and the target. So I created a XST file using an online converter. The source XST is converted as XST is converted like this. Once it is converted, I just added these two things, min occurs 1 and max occurs 1. Okay, that means 1 to 1 and mandatory, right? And for the same way for the target schema, for each element I added this one. After converting the XST, I added this attribute, min occurs 0, max occurs unbounded, and for each element I put it as a 0, may present or may not be present, so I put 0, max occurs 1, and the same way for the external tag also, right? Okay, with this setup we will go to message mapping or flow. Then we will see how this message are transferred as per the requirement. Each node of this source file, based on the type, it will go to the target nodes. Okay, we will go to BTP and we'll start from there. Okay, now I am inside the BTP. Let me create a I am not going to create a iFlow directly. I will go directly create a message mapping and explain you, right? More than the same, we will go to the iFlow, then we will create a message mapping and do all the things. Instead I will do the directly message mapping here. Okay, I create one message mapping, it is node 1. Okay, I just create node 1, add it. Okay, so now we are directly coming to the message mapping section. So as usual I am going to create a source message, right? I will add a source. Source is my request source XST. This is the one which I created in the notepad, right? This I am going to upload. Same way I am going to add the target. XST. Okay, now it is done. Let me save it. Okay, now let me expand and show you. So the structure is like this. I have internal the source will have a request as a tag, which will have a type attribute and creator, contact and description, right, which is like this. The type will come as a one element and creator, contact and description that has come. Same way the target will come like this, right? So when you go to target, this has the internal request as a one node and external request as a one node. Okay, now internal request. Okay, now you remember, if the type is not internal, then this node should not be created. This is the requirement. The same way, if the type is external, nothing like external, then external node will not be created. So the requirement is that you create a node only when you have a type of attribute called internal or external. Okay, let us see that now. To do that, as usual, I will be mapping, right? I will map this type to this node, because this is a node. sorry, not this, this type to internal request. Same way the type to external request should be created. Right now for the demonstration I will keep it only one now. Okay, remaining things will go like this. Creator, initiator and issue, I will assign it later. Right, first let us see how to do this. The type, if it is internal, this node should be created, otherwise the node should not be created. So this is what we are going to see that. For that there is a one node function available. So when you click here, then you can come here. So this is the map. As usual, you know already message mapping. Assume that all of you know it, message mapping. So once you click it, you will get this editor where you can do all your mapping. So you will have different functions, arithmetic functions, boolean functions, constants, conversions, date, statistic, text, etc. So in that there is one group called NodeFunctions, right? You click that. There is a one function called CreateIF. That means the target node will be created only when certain condition is true, right? So that we are going to use it now. In our case, the condition is if this type is internal, then create this internal request. Otherwise, the type is external, it will go to the external request. That we will see it later. So this is the condition. Okay. So that I am going to use it. Before that there is one step we have to do it. First I will delete this. I have to use a remove context. I will explain you what is this. First I will use it. This is almost every node function will have to do like this. I will explain you now. Remove context. For that the type value will as be an input. Okay. Now we will see that. For that temporarily I will connect it. Now we see for that it will ask you the file to be uploaded. I will show you. When you say display queue, to test it we have to test file to be uploaded. For that I am uploading my request XML. You can see that now. So in our XML we have two values, right? One for internal, one for external. So two data has to come, right? This is our requirement, internal and external. But internally how it looks, for every data change there is one break, right? This is a context break. So this is how internally it will be there, but we cannot use like this. So effectively it will run 4 times, right? That should not be. This break should be removed for us internally. That is what the remove context will do it. The context break will be removed, and finally it will give you the exact value only. So you will get back the internal and external. Okay. So that's what. So whenever you are doing the mapping using NodeFunctions, the remove context almost you will be using that. Yeah, why 100% you will use that. Okay. This is the first step. So now you know what is the remove context inside the NodeFunctions. So we will be seeing a CreateIF now. Okay. Now when you use a CreateIF, the input should be a boolean. right? But in our case the input is string, right? What is the output of this function? It is a string function, internal or external. That is not a boolean for us, because the node should be no, it is a node, it is not a value, right? Internal request is a node in the target system, it is not a value or field. So the output should be a true or false, right? So what I am going to do for that, there is one, you can use any one of them to find whether the type is internal or external. Maybe some of the string functions will be doing, but I did not use that. For that, what I did is I created my own user defined function, right? For that I will create one. ODF. Okay, so it will open up my Groovy editor. These things right now I will remove it. Okay, what I will do is I will already created one script, I will copy it here. What it does is it will take a string as input and it will compare with the whether it is internal or external, right? I did a comparison string called internal, then I am returning. If it is same, then return true, otherwise don't, and return false. This is the Groovy script. Okay, good. Now sorry, one more mistake in it. Why? Save it as is it internal. It is not coming here. Why? It is not coming here. Let me see why it is. I will come back to you quickly. Okay, now I got it. The problem is the function has some problem. So this is the function I created. The input is my value, internal or external. It will compare and return value true or false. Okay, so this is a Groovy function I created. So now what I am going to do is, so inside the function I will select my Groovy script. I am going to create one of my user defined function, which I go to just I created under the UTF section. So once I select it, my function will be up here. So I will select it. So it has come here. Okay, this remove context will go here, right? So this function will give me an output true or false. Okay, for that what we have to do is I have to use my original node function CreateIF. Okay, this CreateIF I will use it. I will select it. Then this will go as an input to CreateIF. Then if it is true, then it will create a internal request. That's it. This is a mapping we are going to do it using a function. What I will do is, first I will remove the context, then that value will check with my user defined function. Not necessary that you have to use a user defined function. If you are able to find out using some of these string functions, some of this conversion or some text function also available to compare. I did not use it. I just create one Groovy script to incorporate in this demo. So this is the node function CreateIF. Right, this CreateIF I used it. Once you click it, it will come. You can drag and drop it. So CreateIF and tailor request. Now we will see one by one the display queue. Display queue is like a debugging. So I have to have a test file. I will browse it. Resource XML. So display queue will give me that remove context will give me the internal and external value. So that will come here. If you see the display queue, so internal it return true, external return false. So the two values are coming, right? And CreateIF display queue. So first one is true, so it creates some node is created. Second one is false, so it suppresses it. So the node will not be created. That's it. Right, now we will simulate it here. Actual simulation. So this is my value internal, other one is external. So the external node should not be created, only internal will be created. Test it. See, only internal request is created, external is not created. Now what we'll do is, I will go here, I will say creator to initiator, contact to contact, discretion to issue. Right, now we will again simulate it. See, it has created only the creator 1. The creator 2 is not created because it is under the internal request. Now we will see one more thing. I will make this as also internal. Then I am tested. See, now two internal request node is created. One with this one with this one. Let us remove it. So based on the types, the node is created using a CreateIF node function. So type remove context will come, whether it is checked whether internal request is or not, external or not. Now also we will make close. Now we will say both are external, right? So no node will be created. Internal request or external request, nothing will be created. See, only the heading, no node is created. That's all. So now you are clear about that. Then I will make internal again. If you test it, this node will be created, right? That's it. So now you know what is the creative node function under this node function section. Under this node function section, what is, you know, the creative, and also you know what is remove context. So next class we will see one by one how we are going to use replace value, sort by key, collapse context, and what are the situation it is going to come in, that we will see. Now I hope you are clear about the creative node function, and along with the one user defined Groovy script. Okay. Thank you for watching, and put your comments. I'll be happy to answer your call. Okay, thank you so much.